Hello and welcome back. So today we have our, if you watch Winnie the Pooh, you'll recognize him. Our friend Eeyore, the donkey. He has a very depressive personality in Winnie the Pooh. And I think now that we are being kept at home so much, and we are almost like a Eeyore right now. So if you are feeling depressive, I've designed today's class to lift your energy up and to lift your spirit up. We will either live this circuit breaker, living like Eeyore, or you will be living like Winnie the Pooh himself. And I have been living like Winnie the Pooh himself as well. So don't worry about that. Everyone is on the same page. Alright, let's set up. You will need a roll, a strap, and a block. So again, if you don't know how to roll the roll, I've been doing this for like everyone. So if you don't know how to roll the roll, fold it into half. Use a bath towel. Go and find one. Then fold the mat. Fold the towel into three. So fold it the right side to the middle, then the left side to the middle. So it looks like a nice sushi roll that you can start to roll. Roll from one end and roll tightly. Now the reason why Anna uses the roll is and teaches people to use the roll is because the roll can actually go inside your body to massage out all the knots that are stuck inside in your intestine. And your intestine is the second, they call it the second or third brain, I don't know, but it is a place where you decipher and decide to discard what kind of, take up what kind of useful stuff and remove all those not useful stuff. That is what the intestine is working for in your body, right? And it produces a lot of biochemical as well, and it can really affect your mood. So that's why we use the roll in Forrest Yoga. Alright, once we got that out of the way, let's start the class. Sit up tall, close your eyes, put hands onto knees. Start by connecting sit bone down to earth and lengthen crown of the head up towards sky. If you don't know what that means, I'm asking you to sit up really tall. Deep inhale down into the side ribs. Feel for both sides of the ribs expanding out sideways. If it helps you, you can put your hands onto your ribs to help you feel that. Just apply a little bit of pressure pushing into the ribs. Then deep inhale, push ribs against your hands. Exhale, draw the front ribs down just a tiny bit, lifting the back ribs up. Deep inhale, spread all sides of the ribs. Exhale, relax your shoulders down the back. So as we say, we are working with the intent of lifting the spirit up. Make choices that lift you up. So for example, if you are stuck at home and you feel like, oh my god, there's nothing I can do here, I'm stuck here and I'm so bored, please help, like you're going crazy. Think of what you can do. Maybe perhaps put on your old running shoe and get out of the house to take a run in a park with social distance. Yeah. Or just do anything that can release the pent-up energy. I mean, you are at home, so if you want to scream at a wall, just go ahead and scream at the wall. Open your eyes. Oh, let's do 3 rounds of lion's breath to help you release some of the pent-up energy inside you. Lion's breath goes like that. Watch my demo. So come forward, hands brace against your shin. Take a deep inhale, spread your ribs, all sides. Then as you exhale, open out the mouth. Stretch open the mouth, stretch out the tongue, look up towards your third eye and roar. Let's do that 3 times. Put your hands down on the ground in front of you. And it's really funny because I can see myself rolling inside the camera right now. I'll take a deep inhale into the side ribs, front and back. Open out the mouth, stick out the tongue, and look up towards your third eye and roar. Let's do that 2 more times. Take a deep inhale down into side ribs, front and back. As you exhale, stick out your tongue, open up the mouth, and look up to your third eye. Roar. Just do that 1 more time. Take deep inhale down into side ribs, front and back. As you exhale, open up mouth, stick up tongue, look up to third eye. Roar. Coming into seated side bend with left leg straight. Right foot towards your groin, or tuck it back into a half hero. Have your knees open up as far apart as you can. Before you go into a side bend, let's try this. To go into what my teacher Jambo called IAP breath, which is your inter-abdominal pressure breath. Do this with me. Take a deep inhale down into the sides of your ribs. Exhale, draw front ribs down. Now take a deep inhale into all sides of your ribs, front and back as well. Hold the breath and go into your side bend, leaning your left body towards left thigh as much as you can while you are holding on to the breath. Then once you cannot move anymore, let your body stay where it is and come into side bend. Exhale, right arm overhead. And take deep inhale down into side ribs. Exhale, let go of your neck and your shoulders. So IAP breath is a breath that helps you to know where your movement limits is. So if you are prone to getting into injuries, work on using IAP breath to help you go into the limit that your body should be working with. Coming into neck release. Actually not neck release. Come into chest opener. Reach your arms out skywards and reach it 4 inches away from your ear. Moving towards the right. 4 inches towards the right. Alright. Take a deep inhale. Lift arms up and away from shoulder. Exhale. Move it back. Now to come up, use your top hand, lift your body upright, then use left hand to cradle head back up. Go over towards the other side. Straighten up right leg, bend left foot towards butt or groin, whichever feels easier on your body. Let's do the IAP breath again. Take a deep inhale down into side ribs. Feel for the hands being pushed away by the ribs. Exhale, draw front ribs down. Continue keeping front ribs down. Take deep inhale, spread your ribs in all directions, front and back. Hold the breath. Move into your side bend just as much as the holding of the breath allows you to go. Let the body stay there. Exhale, lift left arm out and overhead. Huge inhale into side ribs and back of thighs. Exhale, relax right ear to right shoulder. Coming into chest opener. Top arm goes up towards the sky. Exhale. Move top arms 4 inches towards left hand side. Huge inhale. Lift hands up and away from shoulder. Exhale, open up the chest. To come up, use top hands, lift body straight up, and use the right hand to lift the head up. That was a mouthful. Untuck your back foot and come down onto your back for elbow to knee. I'm doing it on the side so you can see what's going on. You will need, no, you don't need the roll. Come down onto your back, interlace fingers and put it behind the head, let the head rest onto your palm. Point your elbows up skywards. Knees in 90. Take a huge inhale down into side ribs, front and back. Hold the breath. Press lower back down, scoop tailbone up. Feel for lower belly turning on. Exhale, reach both elbows towards left thigh, right foot forward, spread toes, and pull belly down towards spine. So again, if you don't know how pulling belly down towards spine feels like, think of yourself in front of the mirror and you want to look super slim. Suck the belly into the spine. Huge inhale back to center. Hold the breath, press lower back down, scoop tailbone up. Exhale, reach both elbows towards right thigh, left foot forward. Spread the toes and pull belly down towards the spine. Huge inhale back to center. Hold the breath, press lower back down, scoop tailbone up. Exhale, reach both elbows, left thigh, right foot forward. Spread toes, pull belly down. Big inhale back to center. Hold the breath, press lower back down, scoop tailbone up. Exhale, both elbows, right thigh, left foot forward. Spread toes, pull belly down. Huge inhale back to center. Hold the breath, press lower back down, scoop tailbone up. Exhale, both elbows, left thigh, right foot forward. Pull belly down towards spine. Inhale back to center. Hold the breath, press lower back down, scoop tailbone up. Exhale, both elbows, right thigh, left foot forward. Spread toes, pull belly down towards spine. Inhale back to center. Now take a deep inhale into sides of your ribs. Hold the breath. Open up your legs into frog. And exhale. Now take a huge inhale down into your lower back. Hold Exhale, scoop tailbone out. Straddle knees apart, send thigh bones away from thigh, and pull belly down towards spine. Huge inhale, lower pelvis down. Exhale, scoop tailbone out. Straddle feet apart, straddle your knee far apart, knees away from thigh. Pull belly down towards spine. Huge inhale, lower pelvis down. Exhale, scoop tailbone out. Send thighs away from pelvis. Pull belly down. Huge inhale, lower pelvis down. Exhale, scoop tailbone. Straddle, knees apart. Activate your feet and pull belly down towards spine. Inhale, lower pelvis down. Exhale, scoop tailbone out. Straddle your knees far apart. Send thigh bones away from pelvis and pull belly down towards spine. Huge inhale, lower pelvis down. Let's do one more for every one of us who is doing this up there. Exhale, scoop tailbone out. Straddle knees far apart. Send thigh bones away from pelvis and pull belly down towards spine. Huge inhale, head and pelvis comes down. Use your hands and move your knees back to center. Come on down. Come into bridge. Grab your block and come into bridge pose. Put the block the tall way underneath your sacrum. So I've been telling people this, if you don't know where your sacrum is, touch yourself in the butt and move to the center of the butt cheek. At the top of the center of the butt cheek, you'll feel a bone. That is where your sacrum is. Put the blocker underneath the sacrum. Take a deep inhale here. Lift chest to face. Exhale, press the big toe side of the mount of the foot down into the ground. Now take a huge inhale. Lift left leg towards knee. Exhale, straight out. Huge inhale. Send foot away from thigh. And exhale, move foot towards the face. And some of us like to link fingers. You can actually link fingers here. Press lightly with your forearm down towards ground. Exhale, lower left leg down. Inhale, pick right leg up. Straight up skywards. Exhale, moving foot to face. And release right foot down. Take a big inhale, press feet into ground, lift butt off the block, remove the block. Strong tuck with the tailbone, lower your upper back down, strong tuck with the tailbone, lower middle back down, followed by the lower back. And come down all the way. Roll over to left and roll up. Come into dolphin. And today we are moving into dolphin strokes. So come down onto dolphin, elbows and knees. Grab hold of your opposite bicep to measure the distance between your arms. And once you got that, parallel the arms in front of you. Take a big inhale, lift upper back. Exhale, wrap shoulders, legs straighten. If you don't know how to wrap your shoulder, feel for activating your armpit muscle. The bunch of muscles around the armpit, feel for activating them. Big inhale, lift ribs away from shoulder. Exhale, ground the heels down towards ground. Exhale, lower knees down. And sit back onto your heels to watch how I go into dolphin shrugs. Come up into dolphin. I'm going to show my right hand. Moving right hand to the middle of the mat and towards your right foot. Grab on to the ankle, calf, or whatever you can get on the legs. Huge inhale, lift ribs away from shoulder. Exhale, ground the heels down. And then we switch over towards the other side. Alright. We'll start with left side first before the right. Take a deep inhale. Lift upper back. Exhale, straighten up legs. Come into dolphin. Left hand first. Come onto the left palm to the middle of the mat. If you cannot go on anymore, you stay here. If you can go a little bit more, grab a hold of your left ankle. If you are feeling more advanced today, ground the left heel down and lift right foot up. Continue pushing forearm into the ground to lift up. And release, right foot down. Come down onto your elbows and knees. Reset your hands into dolphin. Then once we are ready, come out into dolphin. Right palm this time around. Right palm to the middle of the mat. And exhale, right palm grab right ankle. Huge inhale, lift ribs up and away from shoulder. Exhale, ground the heels towards ground. For stronger people, inhale, pick left leg up. Oops. And release left foot down. Come all the way down. Come to the front of the mat and come into B series with 3 pose vignettes. Have your block and roll near you because you will need them soon. Hands to your heart center. I can't see my head. It's okay, you guys can see me anyway. Now inhale into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen spine. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Eagle warrior 2. Inhale, left foot forward in between hands. Come into warrior 2. Exhale, left hand on top of right into eagle. Huge inhale. Lift elbows away from chest and out towards the face. Exhale, bow the head down towards bicep. Opening up the back of your head here. And the back of your heart. Feel for how this pose can lift you up. Coming into Emu. Inhale, lengthen up the spine. And exhale, come forward. Huge inhale into your legs. Exhale, press the big mount of the big toe side of your balls of the foot down into the ground. So if you don't know where there is this part of your foot. Alright? Press it down and feel for what is going on inside your legs. What is the difference that you can feel inside your legs now? Release and come into pigeon pose. Coming into pigeon back bend with your chest up. So, come into pigeon. Once you're down into pigeon, have your hands down onto the ground, lift chest up. Huge inhale, lift ribs up and forward. Exhale, relax your shoulders down the back. Huge inhale, lift back ribs away from pelvis. So we are not bunching or crunching up the back, your lower back here. Exhale, step back into plank pose. And lower down to your chaturanga. Come all the way down onto your belly, and we are coming into wave dancer stage 1. It's all belly here. Hands is light. Take a deep inhale, push belly into ground, lift ribs. Just that tiny slight tiny bend. Exhale, come down. Tuck tailbone, activate your inner thighs. Take a deep inhale, push belly into ground to lift the ribs up. Exhale, come all the way down. You might not come up very high, it's okay. One more time. Inhale, push belly into ground to lift ribs up. Exhale, lower all the way down. Step back into down dog. Eagle warrior 2. Inhale, right foot forward into warrior 2. Exhale, right arm on top of left into eagle. Big inhale down into your legs. Exhale, press the mount of the big toes into the ground. Coming into Emu, inhale, lift chest, ribs out. Exhale, come down. Huge inhale down into side ribs. Exhale, lengthen the spine down towards the ground. Release and come into pigeon back bend. Hands underneath shoulder and step back into pigeon pose. Once you are in pigeon pose, hands down beside your front leg. Take a deep inhale, lift chest, ribs, back ribs, up and away from the pelvis and forward. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades down your back. Release and coming into wave dancer stage 2. Step back into plank pose. Lower down into all fours. Take the block and put it the long way in between the ankle. If your back feels really funny, put the block the wide way across the ankle. The roll goes in between your ribcage and the pelvis on the soft part of your belly. Lay over the roll. Our hands underneath shoulder here. Tuck tailbone down, activate your inner thighs, activate your inner legs, squeeze onto the block. Now take a huge inhale, down into side ribs. Push belly into roll and lift up. Use your hands to come up higher into cobra. Exhale, down, calm down. Keep the energy in your legs and squeeze onto the block. Huge inhale, push belly into roll and lift up. Use hands to come up into cobra. Exhale, come down. Huge inhale, push belly into roll, lift up. Use hands to come up into cobra. Exhale all the way down. One more time. Huge inhale, push belly into roll, lift chest up. Use hands to come out into cobra. Exhale all the way down. And press back into down dog. Remove the roll, remove the block. Coming to hip to ankle prep. Inhale, left foot step forward into warrior two. Left hand, 1 foot distance away from left foot. Then right hand goes onto your inner thigh, near towards the hip crease. Take a huge inhale. Press left palm into left inner thigh. Straighten elbows and arc the ribs. Exhale, traction left thigh bone forward. So over here you will start to feel for the left side of your ribcage opening up. And of course your left hip tractioning forward. Release and come into lunge back bend, hands grabbing ankle. Pat the right knee. Place your hands down onto the ground first. Then you pat right knee. Right knee comes down. Alright. Once you're ready, you come out into a lunge position first. Exhale. Sit the hip down to the front heel. Down to the front heel. Lift back foot up and grab hold of your back foot with both your hands. Now take a deep inhale. Lift chest forward and up. Exhale, relax shoulder blades down the back. Release and come into pigeon. Queen pigeon stage 1. Most of us will need a strap. If you are flexible enough, you don't need the strap. So come into pigeon pose first. And for those of us who have difficulty balancing in pigeon pose, that means when you sit up and you can tend to lean to one side or the other, you can put the roll underneath your sit bone. That will help stabilize you. Take the strap, wrap it around your left ankle. Left hand grab the strap. Then right hand down beside your hip. Take a deep inhale. Lift chest forward and up. Exhale. Lean towards your right hand side. So you can relax your right ear towards the right shoulder to get some stretch and some neck release here. and gently release. Step back into plank pose and come down onto your knees. Coming into wave dancer stage 3. Put the roll underneath your belly and have the block at the back of the mat in between your ankle. So once you're set up, turn on your tuck tailbone down, turn on your sit bone muscle, turn on your inner thigh, and turn on your ankle. Hands underneath shoulder. Now stage 3. If stage 3 is too much for you, come back into stage 2. Here we go. Take a deep inhale. Push belly into roll, lift ribs. Hands off the ground. Hands down to ground, lift up into cobra. Exhale all the way down. Turn on your sit bone, turn on your legs, squeeze the block. Huge inhale, push belly into roll, lift ribs. Lift hands, hands down, lift up into cobra. Exhale all the way down. Push belly into roll, lift ribs. Lift hands, hands down, lift up into cobra. Exhale all the way down. Let's do one more for all of you out there. Take a deep inhale, push belly into roll, lift ribs. Lift hands, hands down, lift up into cobra. Exhale all the way down. Push yourself back into downward facing dog. Come into head to ankle prep. Inhale, right foot forward in between your hands into warrior 2. Left hand about 1 foot distance away from left foot. Right hand on the inside of your right thigh. Take a big inhale. Press right palm into inner thigh to straighten up elbows and open up the side of your right ribcage. Exhale, traction, right thigh away from pelvis. Huge inhale into the right side of your ribcage. Exhale, traction, thighs away from pelvis. Release. Come down into lunge. Lower your left knee down. Pat left knee. Coming into lunge, back bend, hands grabbing ankle. Come out into lunge. Exhale, slide, sit, hip towards the front heel and lift left foot up. Grab left foot with left hand, left foot with right hand. Take a huge inhale, lift chest forward and out. Exhale, shoulder blades down the back. And release. Come into Queen Pigeon stage 1. Come down into Pigeon pose. Again, most of us will need the strap. If you can grab hold of the foot with your right hand, go ahead. Loop the strap around right foot. Right hand grab the strap or right foot. Huge inhale. Lift chest forward and out. Exhale. Relax your left ear down towards left shoulder. And gently release. Step back into plank pose and come down into all fours. Grab your row and block. While coming into wave dancer. So same setup as all your wave dancer that you have done so far. We'll do this together. So if anytime the pose is very tough for you, have your hands down and do stage 2 of wave dancer that we have done before with the hands down onto the ground. Alright. First, tuck tailbone down, turn on your sit bone muscle, your inner thighs, and your ankle. Squeeze onto the block. Take a deep inhale, push belly into row, lift ribs, lift hands, hands sweep back. Exhale, hands comes forward, chest comes almost touching the ground. Then inhale again, push belly into row and lift up. Hands sweep back. Exhale, hands forward, chest comes down, not touching the ground. Inhale, lift chest up, push belly into row. Arms sweep back. Exhale, come forward. You can do a little swimming action like you're on a wave board. Then inhale, come out, arms sweep back. Exhale, come forward, swing. Inhale, come out, arms back. And exhale, come forward and down. I hope that's enough for you today. If that's enough for you today, you can take a warm down. But no, I'm just joking, we gotta move on. Hands underneath your shoulder and push yourself back up. Remove the row. We got more things coming up. Lunge, heel to butt. Okay, someone called me and the video is being disrupted. So come back into your lunge, heel to butt. Pat right knee. Take a deep inhale down into your legs and press the mount of the big toes into the ground. Exhale, sit hips towards front heel. Lift your right leg up. Grab hold of right foot. With one hand or both hands. Exhale, come forward. Pulling your heel to the butt as you come forward. So for more flexible people, you can work with it this way, pulling heel to the butt. Lift chest up. Release and come into lunge back bend with a strap. Grab hold of the strap. Loop the strap around your back foot. Take a deep inhale. Sit heel. Lengthen at the spine. Exhale. Sit the heel to the front heel. Then leave your arms up. Elbows up. One hand can be on the block to stabilize yourself or onto your thighs. If you're a little bit more advanced, grab hold of the strap with both your hands. Take a huge inhale, lift ribs, armpit, elbows, and hands out skywards. Exhale, relaxing the upper back. Release and come out of the pose. Come into pigeon back bend with the strap. Come down into pigeon pose. Now once you're down into pigeon pose, loop the strap around the back foot. Then you come up. Same way when you go up into lunge back bend. Either one hand, or you can try both hands. Huge inhale, lift back ribs, chest, armpit, hands up skywards. Exhale, relax in your neck. Then release. Step back into plank pose. Actually, step back into down dog. And come into lunge, hitch, heel to butt. Right foot step, inhale, right foot step forward, lower left knee down. Hands grab left ankle. One hand or both hands. Deep inhale, lift chest up from pelvis. And exhale, sit the heel, sit the hip towards the heel, pulling heel to butt. Inhale, lift chest forward and out. And feel for how you can stabilize yourself here or have fun. If you fall out of the pose, just have fun. Just come back to the pose. Have a good laugh about that. Gently release. Grab the strap. Come into lunge back bend with strap. Exhale into lunge back bend with strap. One hand or both hands. Huge inhale, lift ribs, armpit, elbows, hands out skywards. Exhale, relax your upper back. And gently release. Come down into pigeon pose. Loop the strap around the back foot. As you can see, I have some difficulties. It's okay. So if you need to rewind the video for you to come back up into this pose, do that. Why not? Once you're ready, one hand up, maybe both. Take a deep inhale, lift chest, armpit, arms, hands up skywards. And gently release. Step back into plank pose. And then lower your knees down. Let's come into bow over the roll. Put the roll underneath your tummy and lay all the way down. Bend the back knee and grab hold of the back ankle with one hand. And some of you work with it this way, just coming up into one hand, left hand dragging your floor towards you. So you lift and pull the chest up. Then if you are okay, bend the other ankle and grab the foot up. Huge inhale. Push belly into row, lift ribs, push foot into hands to come up. Exhale, stay. Exhale all the way down and release. Really, if you just want to end the video here and go in fast forward to the warm down, I won't blame you, really. Let's come into Queen Pigeon pose again. Have your strap ready next to you. Come into down dog. I inhale, left foot forward into pigeon. Queen pigeon pose, strap goes. Actually, let's try this differently. Take the strap and loop it onto the back ankle. Come out into pigeon backbend with strap. We've done this before in the last pose before the bow pose. So come out into pigeon backbend with strap. Now some of us who are more flexible, left hand goes onto your lower back, reaching around, aiming for your left foot. If you cannot reach left foot, don't worry about it. Grab hold of your clothing or whatever you can get from there. Big inhale. Press left forearm onto your lower back. Help you lift the chest up. And exhale, stay. Create length and lift up. And gently release. Let's switch over towards the other side. Step back into down dog. Queen pigeon. Right foot forward in between hands. And once you're ready, come up into Queen Pigeon. Either stay here, or you can use, or if you're a little bit more flexible, right arm goes around your back, press right forearm onto your lower back, grabbing onto your clothing or your foot. Yep, I fell out of the pose. Come back. So if that happens to you, probably you're like me, you need a roll, put it underneath your sit bone. Come up. Then you'll find that it's actually easier to balance here. Huge inhale, lift ribs, armpit, arms, hands up. Exhale, release the tension that is on your upper back. And gently release. We got one more pose to play with before we end the class. So, we're going upside down. I'm gonna move my camera. Please have a solid wall in front of you. I do not have a wall here. Line up the mat really close to the wall. Come down onto your elbows. Some of you can clasp the hands. Now, before we go up into half lotus scorpion, now watch this. Feel for turbo drawing your arm. So you are going to wrap the armpit, spin the eye of the elbows forward. So this is the eye of the elbow. Spin it forward. You will activate a muscle here near the armpit. Activate the armpit muscle. Sink the chest down towards the ground and forward. Then exhale, tuck tailbone, lengthen lower back. So you saw that move? Tuck tailbone, lengthen lower back. Telescoping your butt away from you. Alright, let's try this. Clasp hands onto your bicep. Either take your hands clasped or hands parallel or whatever. No, just that too. Don't whatever. And once you're ready, you come up. Step up into forearm balance. Then exhale, put left ankle onto left foot. Left foot onto left knee. Then from here, lift chest up. Grab the armpit, sink the chest forward. Lift face up. Hip forward. Tuck tailbone. Telescoping ribs. Telescoping butt away from you. Give that a try. Now, if this is too much for you and you want to end your practice here, fast forward until we come back onto the mat. Let me try the other side. So if you still want to go upside down and this is too much for you, come into dolphin. Lift right leg up, bend the knees like you're kicking yourself in the butt. Then you just stay here. Then the rest of us, I'm gonna move back a little bit. The rest of us, come up. This time round, right ankle on top of left. Make sure you try both sides. Walk the legs down, sink the chest down, scoop the tailbone, lengthen it away. You can continue trying that out. Let me move back onto the mat. Alright, come into lunge lizard. Take the rope, put it in between the thighs, right up to the crotch. Line Left ankle, hip, and hands into a straight line on the left side of your mat. Squeeze the roll and activate both your feet. Flex the feet like you are stepping onto an imaginary wall behind you. Right hand in front of the right hip. Huge inhale into your left ribcage. Exhale, slide left armpit up towards the shoulder. And really feeling for the release on your lower back right here. And gently release, switch over towards the other side. Line up right ankle, right hip, right hand onto the ground. Flex your feet like you are stepping onto a wall. Left hand in front of left hip, in front of your belly. From here, take a deep inhale down into side ribs. Exhale, glide left armpit, right armpit up towards right shoulder. And continue feeling for the opening on the lower back right here, especially the right lower back. So if this is too much for you, some of you can work with your elbows down towards the ground. Might get more stretch on both sides. And gently release. A little bit of ab works before we are done. After this, we are done, I promise you. Grab the roll, put it in between thighs, leave legs straight up skywards. Abs with roll. Interlace fingers and put it behind hip, let the head rest onto palm. Take a huge inhale down into your lower back. Hold the breath. Press lower back down. Scoop tailbone up. Exhale, squeeze roll. Lift head and shoulders up. Pull belly down. Huge inhale. Head and pelvis comes down. Hold the breath. Press lower back down. Scoop tailbone up. Exhale, squeeze roll. Lift head and shoulders. Pull belly down. Huge inhale. Head and pelvis comes down. Hold the breath. Press lower back down. Scoop tailbone up. Exhale, squeeze roll. Lift head and shoulders up. Pull belly down. Huge inhale. Head and pelvis comes down. Hold the breath. Press lower back down. Scoop tailbone up. Exhale, squeeze roll. Lift head and shoulders. Pull belly down. Huge inhale. Head and pelvis comes down. Hold the breath. Press lower back down. Scoop tailbone up. Exhale, squeeze roll. Lift head and shoulders. Pull belly down. Huge inhale. Head and pelvis comes down. Remove the roll. Coming to Baddha Konasana on your back. Soles of the feet together. Grab hold of the outer edge of your feet. Take a huge inhale. Press lower back into the ground. Exhale. Pull your foot towards the face as much as your hip, your lower back doesn't lift off the ground. So if your lower back lifts off the ground, don't pull it in too much. Balloon the air down towards your lower back. Feel for your back pressing into the ground. And release, coming into Shavasana. Straighten legs up in front of you. Let the feet fall out towards the side. Arms by the side of your hip, palm facing up skywards. Let go of your whole body. Trust the ground and allow the ground to carry you. Simply feel for the weight of your arms and legs on the ground. The pelvis, your lower back, your whole back, the back of your head. Relax to your facial muscles. Relax to the areas around the eyeballs. And finally, relax your jaw. If you need a longer Shavasana, pause the video. And if you're ready to get up, start to take a deeper breath. Bringing awareness back onto your fingers and your toes. Roll over towards your left and use your hands to pick yourself back up. Sit back up, hands to heart center, bow the head slightly down to your heart. Make choices that lift your spirit up during this time when we are stuck at home. It will help you greatly, I promise you that. You don't want to lift your circuit breaker looking like donkey here. Eeyore. And he is a donkey, I think. And I don't know. Alright. Or you can leave your circuit breaker like Pooh. Pooh enjoys life. That's all I can tell you. Namaste and see you again.